Hello, welcome. Today we are doing some intention magic for the new moon solar eclipse in Gemini. This is a wonderful time for new beginnings and for positive change. It's a time where we can really observe all sides of the coin and to really put information and find perspective and see things in a different light so that we have a more well-rounded approach and understanding of what's going on, and so we can see from a higher level of awareness. And in doing so, we can make decisions that are best in alignment with the way that we want to be, the way that we want to experience life. And scripting is an amazing part of that, and we are able to write down what we want to experience and write it in a way as if we are already living this experience and that it has already happened to us. So I'm going to take you through this. At first, we're going to start with a piece of paper, and you are going to need some salt, pepper, and depending on what you want to attract in your life, you can have different herbs to help you. So for example, if you want to attract love, then it would be helpful to have some rose petals or rose essential oil, for example. If you want to attract abundance or prosperity, it would be helpful to have basil leaves or basil essential oil, or like basil herb. So if you want to attract, more spirituality and have, be more in tune with your spirituality, you can use lavender. So lavender essential oil or herbs, like tea form, for instance. And then, for example, if you would like to have more health benefits, then you can use rosemary essential oil or herbs. So these are some examples of some things that you can use for your intention magic that will enhance the intention so that it is sent out to the universe, and it has these magical elements which can help really pull in what we want to attract. So first we're going to start with our piece of paper, and I'll let you know the herbs that I'm working with today. So I have some lemongrass for peace and tranquility. Lemongrass is also great for the solar plexus. I have some hibiscus, and hibiscus is wonderful for beauty and for love and for, adoring yourself and having self-confidence and self-love. And then we have lavender, which is wonderful for spirituality, for peace, and for healing. We have salt for protection, and then we have pepper for clearing and releasing anything that's no longer serving us, releasing any energy that's been holding us back. So definitely use your intuition when picking out your magical herbs and your supplies, because anything that you're intuitively drawn to is a good sign that you are meant to use it. So if something pops out to you or jumps in your mind, that's a really good indication of being something that you want to use. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So first things first is we want to create the piece of paper in the way that we are drawing this energy towards us. So when we're clearing, we're tearing the paper away, but when we're attracting something, we're tearing the paper towards something like written on this side. But honestly, I really enjoy what's written here. It was part of my energy pulling, but then I ended up not using it. But this definitely represents what we're bringing in today. So number one represents new beginnings. It represents individuality and uniqueness, fresh opportunities, new ideas, fulfilling habits, new relationships, friendships, and it promotes creativity. So these are all things I want to pull in. So that's why I decided to use this piece of paper, but feel free to use like a blank piece of paper or whatever you prefer. So we're gonna go ahead and start here. So we're gonna start at the top, and we're gonna pull the paper towards us. Okay, and then we're gonna bring the paper to the right because it's coming towards us, and then we're going to rip that paper and then pull it towards us, another right. There we go. Towards us again. Towards us again. And one more. There we go. Now we have our 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should have gone around the piece of paper twice, ripping all sides. So now we are going to begin to start our scripting. So you want to begin with something that you really believe that you can attract, because there should be zero doubt in your mind that this will not happen. Does that make sense? So you should have 100% belief that what you are writing, what you're scripting about, is absolutely going to come to fruition tenfold. So you have to keep this in mind when you're doing intention magic, because if you have any doubts, it won't work, because you are putting that intention into what you're doing that it's not going to work. So you have to have full belief in yourself that this is, 1, something that you want, and 2, that it will absolutely come to fruition. So on one side, we need to write our name 3 times. So go ahead and write your name, and then write your address, and then write the date. So I have my name, my address, and I have my date on here. So now I like to seal it with love. So I'm going to draw a heart over it, and then I'm going to draw the heart in this direction because I want to attract love towards me. There we go. And now what you're going to do is you're going to flip your piece of paper, and then we're going to draw our magical symbol on top of that. So go ahead and create perpendicular lines or a cross. I am going to choose the word love because I always want to attract love. So I am going to use just the consonants of the word love, so the L and the V, and I'm going to abstractly write this along my perpendicular lines. So there's my L, and then I'm breaking up my V on those perpendicular lines. And then we want to contain our magic. We want to contain what we want to bring in. We're keeping it protected, we're keeping it safe. And there we go. So now we have our love that we're attracting, and then we created this magical symbol of love on top of that. So there's no doubt in my mind that I am not going to attract love. I know that love is coming to me tenfold all the time, all right? Because I choose the love vibration. What vibration do you want to choose? Okay, so you know what I really want to experience is in my life is a change in my career. So I'm an RMT, and what I would love to do is transition into a health coaching role, and this is going to take time, but I have no doubt in my mind that it will happen. So I am going to use my intention scripting to make it so. So basically you're just writing how it feels to live out that experience. So go ahead and begin to write what you want to experience, and write it as if it's already happening to you here and now. Okay, so I have my little script here. I'll read it to you so you can get an idea of what yours might look like. So it says, I am so grateful and thankful to be able to transition from my full-time job as an RMT to a health coach full-time. I have amazing clients that I adore helping. All my clients see results which allow them to live the life of their dreams as I help others create the life they deserve, living happily and freely, as do I live the life of my dreams. I have an abundance of love and peace around me. I have the most beautiful relationships with people that empower me and my soul. I am prosperous, which allows me to give into my loved ones and give into my community and the planet. I am whole. I am love. So now that I've scripted this and I have all my information here so the universe knows who wrote it, that's me right here. And now I'm going to begin to sprinkle all this magical supplies that I have here. So I'm going to sprinkle my salt in a heart. So I want to draw the heart towards me. And I'm drawing 4 little hearts. And then I'm going to get my my hibiscus in here, crumble that into hearts. Okay. So even if it's not falling into a heart, as long as your intention is making it into a heart, that's what matters. And then I got my lemongrass. I just had my hibiscus. Putting that heart there. And then we've got lavender. A bit more. Okay, and then we have our pepper. Beautiful. And that's all of the herbs that I'm going to be using. So now we begin to fold the paper towards us, going towards the right, 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 and you can just keep folding it towards you. Beautiful, and here it is. So now it's up to you if you want to either plant this. You can plant this into the ground. You can light it up and allow it to, burn and release it into the universe that way. You can submerge it in water, whatever elements you want to use. Because it's the new moon, I am going to be planting mine into the ground and giving it into the earth. So you can do that wherever you choose. But I hope that this gave you some clarity on how to do some scripting, and I hope that it inspired you to do the same and to bring in the life of your dreams and the experiences you want to attract in your life. I'm sending you so much love, so much peace, so much gratitude. Have a wonderful new moon solar eclipse. I love you. Bye.